Live from Boca, Trinity, now we got whatever we can fit into 30 minutes of our lives. I guess I can't get it freaking sense. And now we're listening to Infinity. Whatever you're listening to. Welcome to the show. That's Steve. I'm Jay.
Hi. How's it going?
All right. Well, I would have the Toonami preview, sponsored by Zap Do It. Well, Zap Do It just doesn't want me to read previews, apparently, so I will just go on to tell you that this week was the start of, was the return of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on Toonami, and coming in October will be the next season of Fire Force. So, there you go.
Ooh.
And now on to Steve with literally the entire show.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Brain. Good evening, everybody. Steve Bexley here to our Sunday edition, the Sunday special edition of Soul Anime Hut, Jay the Brain Man presents. And once more into the famous season is a new draft. Oh boy, as if anything else could save the little bye-bye. The superstars, it looks like, of the WWE may be getting some new opportunities in the coming months. The WWE is reportedly planning another draft between Raw and SmackDown. If you didn't think the first one was good, oh boy. This, of course, reported by Dave Meltzer on the latest Wrestling Observer radio broadcast. Please take with a grain of Morton's salt. There were originally 5 different dates being considered for the new draft, but it has been narrowed down to 2 possible dates in October. Meltzer also notes, and please again remember, take whatever he says with a grain of Morton's salt, that up until last draft was set to take place at some point this month. He said it may end up being moved to September, but whenever the date may be, WWE intends to hold another draft in the coming months. There is no word yet on if NXT stars will be included in any capacity in the upcoming draft. Last year, the Street Profits were called up to Raw as part of the event. We all know how that turned out, didn't we, kids? Anyway. The previous WWE draft took place 1 week after SmackDown debuted on Fox in October 2019. It continued on Raw the following week and included an opportunity to trade stars post-draft, and then just descended into Vincent Kennedy McMahon's Chaos a Go-Go. Notable stars that switched to the blue brand during the 2019 draft were Bray Wyatt, Sasha Banks, and current WWE Universal Champion Braun Strowman. On the red side, red obviously for embarrassment. Notable acquisitions included Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Charlotte Flair. Oh, dear, yes. Of course, our friends over at Wrestling Inc. will have more on this throughout the days, the nights, and the Geeky Weekies. All right, kiddos, here we go. Nikki Bella is our sound effect. Great. Okay, then. Let's hit it. Nikki Bella has welcomed her first child. That's right. Congratulations to Nikki Bella and her steady beau, her fiancé, Artem Shevensky. Artem Shagvinstev. Thank you. They welcomed a son. And this is what they posted up on, I do believe, the Instagram. Our baby boy is here, and we couldn't be happier and more in love. Everyone is safe and healthy. That's right. Huzzah. And yes, the son was born yesterday. Wow. So, mazel tov to the beautiful. Let's keep going. Another tag team match has been announced. AEW Dynamite. Oh, just what is that tag team match, you might ask? Okay. The Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent, take on Santana and Ortiz. They've been announced for this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite. Once again, here's the updatable lineup. Chris Jericho challenges Orange Cassidy to a debate with a special guest moderator, Eric Bishop. I got this strange cough. Yeah, I guess you could call it a bish cough. Matt Cardona and TNT champ Cody Rhodes take on Alex Reynolds and John Silver of the Dark Order. MJF gives another sterling state of the industry address. Best Friends, of course, taking on Santana and Ortiz. AEW World Champion Jon Moxley defends against Darby Allin. How much you want to bet there's interference in that one? The Elite and FTR take on the Dark Order in a 12-man little doodad. Man, 12 guys. One ring. 5-1 odds, Aubrey is going to be refereeing that match. For her, that would be a dream come true. Anyway. Okay, my apologies. But what the heck. Roman Reigns will be on R-Truth's game show. And, let's see. It'll be on this Tuesday's R-Truth game show. Britt Baker is celebrating 5 pro wrestling. Yay! On her bow, Adam Cole said you've done so much in such a short amount of time. Baker offered earlier today on Cole's Twitch stream, which was celebrating its 50th episode. Yay! So yet another person is on Twitch. Makes for interesting items, eh? Okay, Chris Jericho has filed for a trademark. This is his first one, I do believe. So, he has filed to trademark the term Demo God. He filed for it on July 27th for goods and services. By the way, thank you, PW Insider, for that. Many pertaining to merch and to use it for entertainment in the nature of wrestling contest. Jericho is, of course, referencing the 18 to 49 demographic, which is something he's often talked about when it comes to the Wednesday night wars against NXT. The proper use of rules during tag matches in AEW has often been a point of contention, as some of those rules have been ignored. Next week's AEW Dynamite features a 12-man tag match, Dark Order versus FTR, Young Bucks, Hangman Page, and Kenny Omega. Now, Omega mocked people complaining about wrestlers not following the rules. Quote, I hope that everyone holds their tag ropes and that there aren't combination maneuvers that would totally ruin a sports thingy match. Huh? Major League Wrestling Underground TV didn't air last night on BN Sports due to a preemption by BN Sports coverage. MLW was given the heads up about it, and according to PW Insider, BN is expecting other preemptions in the future, so another time slot is expected for the MLW show. The episode, by the way, can be shown on the MLW YouTube channel. So there you go on that one. I think MLW Underground TV is supposed to be sort of like the old ECW. Just my little commentary. Ryback had a few things to say to AJ Styles, saying he despises Paul Heyman. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson were both part of the COVID cuts in April, and they've gone on record saying Paul Heyman, a good friend AJ Styles, has since spoken out about his disdain for Heyman and said a lot of guys despise him because he lies. He lies. Oh, he lies. Ryback has also had problems with Heyman, and he weighed in on Styles' comments on Ryback to the report with Raj. Hope I said that name right. Gurry. Some of the comments we'll just give here, skimming. I've talked to Paul before, and again, everything I've ever said is getting confirmed by guys. Paul's a guy you want on your side. He's helped Brock tremendously, and I'm sure Brock, if he didn't have Heyman around, would have found himself in different positions that probably might have not been ideal. Punk, he helped Punk immensely with that, and I've talked about that and having to work with him when I didn't enjoy it because I knew he was working for Punk on that, even though he was with me from an on-air standpoint. But that's the environment up there. Well, Ryback also talked about how people who work there have to leave because their love of the business is gone. Ryback cited himself as someone who is in that camp. Quote, "It makes you hate pro wrestling because there's so much. That, to me, has been the most refreshing part of getting out of that bubble and living in the real world and being able to control the happiness factor. Up there, it really is a snake pit," said Ryback, who then noted Pat Buck is working for WWE after Ryback called out Buck for allegedly stealing millions of dollars. This guy, very questionable on many levels, is now working for them. They like that kind of stuff because the people are then stooges and loyal to them. It's just an effing snake pit, and Paul's part of that game. In due respect, Paul knows how to play that game, but I believe you can be a good, decent human being and be honest with people. I would rather people not like me for being honest and being true to myself than lie, and people finding out I'm lying just to survive the moment because you don't like confrontation. I'm glad to see AJ speak his mind. I love that. It's not the first and it's not the last time we're going to hear about that about Paul. Well, I do believe that is true. Booty. Okay, shall I continue or have you fixed your tech issue?
Zoop. I am not going to be able to do that, sorry.
Okay, so I guess I shall continue on here. I.e. Okay. Speaking of Toonami, let's take a little tour there of ToonamiFaithful.com. The third trailer for Demon Slayer, Mugen Train film, has been released. The theme song is, and by the way, the movie Demon Slayer, Mugen Train, is being co-produced by, believe it or not, Aniplex and Funimation. In addition to showcasing teaser highlights for the film, the trailer also reveals the theme song, Homura by Lisa L, capital L, small I, capital S, capital A. The artist previously produced the opening and ending themes for Demon Slayer's first season. The trailer was accompanied by a new key visual featuring Tanjiro in a battle against the film's antagonist, Enmu. The film serves as a sequel to the anime's first season. Will cover the Mugen Train arc, chapters 45 through 69. Once again, we bing the bell at the number 69. Why? Because it's a workable number. Waha. In the manga, Aniplex will produce the film in conjunction with Toho, and the original Japanese cast will reprise their roles. Mugen Train is scheduled to premiere in Japan, in theaters in Japan on October 16th, 2020. Aniplex of American Funimation both plan on premiering the film in the U.S. and Canadian theaters sometime in 2021. So some good news for a change on that one. Yay. Let's see. On the air. We're live. Okay. They did a Toonami-related highlights from the Adult Swim Con 2020. Very nice report by Celia Rose. Most, if not all, the highlights you probably saw on Toonami. Let's see. Samurai Jack creator Gendy Tartakovsky and head writer Derek Bachman came together for a live panel on the Adult Swim Con Twitch channel July 24th to discuss the upcoming video game Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. Why did you just pop that up? Thank you. As well as answering questions from viewers posted in the channel's chat box. Greg Baldwin, the voice behind Aku, joined via the channel chat and interacted with fans as the Shogun of Sorrow himself. The full Q&A is available on the Adult Swim YouTube channel. The Toonami edition of Adult Swim Con kicked off with an announcement for a new Toonami co-production with Production IG and Crunchyroll called Fena, Pirate Princess, which is due to premiere on the block in 2021. It follows the journey of the orphan Fena Houtman as she escapes a life of slavery in search of Eden, where she will find true freedom and discover the truth to her mysterious past. And they did a short interview with the director, Kazuto Nakazawa, which he animated himself following the trailer premiere. There was also a Rick and Morty special titled Rick and Morty vs. Genocider, premiered during Toonami last weekend. Morty goes to Tokyo to find Rick while also dodging other Mortys from alternative timelines or trying to do away with Rick. The short features sharp animation, an interesting characterization of infamously cynical Rick, and several homages to famous animated works such as Akira. The project was directed by Takashi Sano from Tower of God and animated by Telecom Animation Film, the same studio that has worked on key animation and in-between animation for titles such as Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, Attack on Titan, Inuyasha, and many more. An interview with Blade Runner Black Lotus directors Kenji Kamahama and Shinji Aramaka reveal the reason they decided to animate the show using 3D CG. The influence the original Blade Runner had on the animated history, how the ongoing pandemic has affected production, which of them would be a replicant, and more. Black Lotus takes place after the events of Shinichiro Watanabe's Blade Runner Blackout 2022 short film, which all of the world stated goes missing. It is currently scheduled to air on Toonami in 2021. Not bad. Without a physical convention to host musical guests this year, Toonami released a recording of the Pillows live concert at San Diego Comic-Con in 2018 on the Adult Swim YouTube channel. The hour-long set list included Spiky Steeds and Star Overhead from Furikuri, Progressive, and Alternative, respectfully. If you want to go to that, go to their YouTube channel. At the end of the night, Toonami released two episodes of Toonami Pre-Flight, featuring the interviews with the voice actors of Tom and Sarah, Steve Bloom and Dana Swanson. They talked with Gil Austin and some guy named Jason Jason DeMarco, about how they got started at Adult Swim, their acting careers, life during the pandemic, and more. You want to catch those interviews, go to the Adult Swim YouTube channel. And by the way, Bloom looks rather nice with, I guess I'm going to have to say, the pandemic beard. And there we go. Still no word, by the way, or at least we have no confirmation. But after seeing Adult Swim Con and some of the other conventions that have gone to virtual mode, I'm still going to say it. Look for Humicon to be virtual. I'm going to say it and predict it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, wow. This pandemic's hitting everybody in the belt. But I will admit, seeing some episodes of Dragon Ball Super with the cast doing the voices from their homes, not bad. Not bad at all. And you got to ask yourself, was Samurai Jack returned to Toonami secretly? One has to wonder, is Gendy getting ready for maybe a possible sequel to Samurai Jack that we all know and love? Stay tuned for that one. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to Samurai Jack. Wouldn't you, Brain? I mean, that would be awesome as hell to see where Samurai Jack goes. Seeing that his true love was just a bit of magic, or was she? Okay, we'll close it out with, of course, what we normally do, and that's get you updated on the Mediola. Of course, we go like this. Let's shoot out here. BBC America is merging the beauty of nature and majesty of music for the beautifully majestic 4-network television event Planet Earth, a celebration. The special will premiere on BBC America, AMC, IFC, and Sundance TV on August 31st at 8 p.m. It'll debut the same day in the U.S., the United Kingdom, and China. So that's going to be fun to watch. The man that gave us Cats, the musical, said that the movie version may have been released last year, but it's still very much present in our lives. In a recent interview with Andrew Lloyd Webber, the composer of the original, he shared the same sentiment of critics when it came to the big screen adaptation. In other words, he thought the movie had some problems, to say the least. Quote, the problem with the movie was that Tom Hooper decided that he didn't want anybody involved in it who was involved in the original show. Weber told the Sunday Times in a recent interview, the whole thing was ridiculous. Yeah, it felt like it was done by a drunk rat. The film, which was released last December, immediately started to garner criticism and was subject to many jokes once its first trailer of bizarro, photorealistic cat-human hybrids was released. So what they're saying is Cats has become the movie version of Sharknado. Oh, somebody please, please, please. And is he going to bolt? Or will he stay? That is the question now. Approach to James Corden. Well, according to a little thing, let me see if I can pop that up here. Boom. Let me perk that up and get you a straight scoopage. But reportedly, the folks at Warner Media, and this is from the U.S. Sun, the Late Late Show host, James Corden, could be the shock winner if dozens of employees accuse the $50 million a year presenter, obviously talking about Ellen, to racism, bullying, and sexual harassment on her hit daytime show. Let's just go through here. Bobbity 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 bop. Now, the NBC Entertainment chairman, Paul Telegi, is part of the executive team overseeing the probes on the claims against the Ellen DeGeneres show. The Brit Telly boss is a huge fan of James and has him high on his wanted list for talent and a long-term replacement for Ellen. His CBS deal is only contracted until 2022. He turned down a 5-year deal. James would, in the words of the gentleman from NBC, replacing Ellen was always going to be a tough challenge, but he's a natural fit and easy transition. James would freshen up daytime and with a free hand would be allowed to build a new afternoon era. Now, the reason why they're reporting this is because there are reports that Ellen may quit the series because of the scandal, while several staff at NBC, which airs the show and has a little coin, but does not produce or distribute, claim that the 62-year-old may not have renewed the show beyond that finish before the latest controversy hit. It means the network could be faced having to fill a huge void in their schedule for their owned and operated stations and affiliates. And only a significant, successful, well-known name will do. Hello, James Corden. He's known by Teleby in an industry social circles and well regarded for making a Late Late Show a global brand, building a huge online audience. Late last year, the network bought Corden's firm Fullwell 73's couples comedy Private Dickersons for development. The source claims that, or adds that James is always looking for new challenges, but he has expressed concerns about raising his family in L.A. so far from he and his wife Julia's English families. They miss them greatly. I would too. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But James Corden? Back in February, by the way, one of Corden's senior executives revealed that the high Wycombe-born host was not committing to his CBS Late Show beyond 20. Lauren, the writer, said, "Sometimes it's best to go out right when you are on top." So again, 2022 rather than a full 5-year deal with CBS to continue helming his chat. Interesting things, interesting words. That could be an interesting time when 2022 shows up. And we got just one more report, and then we're going to rack it up. Let's give the folks out there a little bit more wrestling report. Wrestling Inc. Give us a little bit of Matt Cardona's AEW deal. Cardona is currently working on a 5-appearance deal with the company. While that can change, she is currently on a short-term deal. Cardona was released from WWE in April during the massive layoffs for WWE and furloughs. He appeared on Dynamite this Wednesday night and saved Cody Rhodes from an attack by the Dark Order. Ahead of Cardona's appearance on Dynamite, Cody admitted to ESPN radar with Miro, otherwise known as Rusev. Those are good as far as that. If I had to sign anybody, those would be the two I would sign. But I think they're great free agents. I think they have to grow at the seed. Cardona will teach John Silver and Alex Reynolds this Wednesday night on Dynamite. And Brain, in the immortal words of one Porcius Pigius, Leah. That's all, folks.
That's right. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.